We're replacing the valve cover on this 2015 Cruze 1.4 Turbo. And if you have one of these codes, P1101 or P015B, this valve cover right here could be your problem. The PCV diaphragm is built into it, and when it fails, it messes with your air-fuel system and throws those codes. Now this is not just a Cruze problem. If you have a Chevy Sonic, Trax, Volt, a Buick Encore or a Cadillac ELR with the 1.4 Turbo, same engine, same issues, same fix. I'm Gio from Capex. Let's fix this mother flower together, brother. Here's everything you need. Dorman valve cover kit, E10 External Torx socket, T30 Torx bit, ratchet with extension, flathead screwdriver, trim panel tool, knife blade, Scotch-Brite maroon pad, RTV and brake cleaner. That's it. No specialty tools, no dealer, no crying. Remove the ignition coil pack. 2 T30 Torx screws right here. Unplug the connector. There's a little tab. Push it and pull. Don't just yank it like you're mad at it. In this case, it's already broken. Pull the coil packs. Remove the valve cover bolts. E10 External Torx socket with the extension. And I want to be clear, this is not a 10 millimeters. I repeat, not a 10 millimeters. If you grab a 10 millimeters, you're gonna round these off and have a bad day. E10 External Torx. Write it down. Work outside in. Take them all the way out and keep track of them. The kit comes with new ones, but still. Just pop the clips off. Flathead or your fingers, they release pretty easy. Move the harness out of the way, and now you actually have room to remove the valve cover. Break the seal. Now the cover is stuck. GM put enough RTV on here to waterproof a boat. Do not grab a screwdriver and start prying. This is aluminum. You'll gouge it and chase a leak forever. Trim panel tool at the edge. Work it around gently. It's gonna pop. There it is. Just pop the clips off. Flathead or your fingers, they release pretty easy. Move the harness out of the way, and now you actually have access to remove the valve cover. Lift the cover off, lift it straight up, nice and easy. Say goodbye to it. This thing caused you a lot of headaches. Clean the surface. This part is not optional. I'm gonna say it again. This part is not optional. Knife blade first, flat angle, scrape the old gasket material off the head. Don't dig in, just scrape. Then brake cleaner and the Scotch-Brite maroon pad, same thing painters use to scuff surfaces, works perfect to get the RTV residue off. A dirty surface will leak again in 2 months, and you're going to be back here watching this video again. Clean it. Transplant the oil filler neck. Show the neck on the old cover. Before you install the new cover, this oil filler neck comes off the old one and goes on the new one. Twist it, release the clip, and pull it out. Clean it up with brake cleaner. Get all the old oil and gunk off it. Then grab the new seal, seat it in, and now, see this gap right here between the valve cover surface and the block? This area traps old RTV, oil sludge, and dirt. If you skip this, that contamination is going to compromise your new gasket seal. Brake cleaner in there, and the Scotch-Brite maroon pad, work it in good. Get it clean. Then brake cleaner again to flush it out. A dirty surface will leak again in 2 months. And you'll be back here watching this video. 2 places. Clean it right the first this gap time. Right here between the timing cover and the head. Run a small bead in there. That area doesn't seal with the gasket alone. The RTV is what closes it. Second, the curves on the gasket, the corners where it changes direction. Those are the spots that like to leak. Small dab on each one. And I'll say it again, small. A thin bead. Before you set this cover down, move all your hoses out of the way, every single one. Because once you start lowering this cover, you don't want anything pinched underneath it, and you won't even know until it's leaking. Now lower it in carefully, don't just drop it. The gasket is already seated in the groove. You don't want it shifting on you. Set it down nice and flat. Look at it from all four sides before you touch a bolt. Make sure the gasket is sitting flush all the way around. If one side is raised, the gasket move. Lift it, reseat it, and try again. Don't force it with the bolts. That's how you get leaks. Now for the bolts, I started them with the electric wrench, but listen, low speed, light touch. I'm not driving lug nuts here. The reason I use it is to get them started faster and keep them straight. But the second you feel resistance, you back off. These M6 bolts will strip before you even realize what happened. Cross pattern, brother. Center out side to side, not in a circle. This pulls the cover down evenly, so the gasket seals all the way around. Final snug, slow, controlled. If you hear a crack, you already lost. Now to finish them, I'm switching to a small hand ratchet on purpose. A small ratchet limits how much force you can physically put on these bolts. You literally can't gorilla them. That's the trick. If you use a long ratchet or a breaker bar on M6 bolts, you will strip them. Small ratchet, short handle, cross pattern, snug and done. If you hear a crack, pour yourself a drink, you're gonna need it. Before this coil pack goes back in, clean it up, brake cleaner on it, get all the oil and gunk off, then compressed air to blow it out, especially the boot area where it sits on the spark plug. Any oil left in there and you're gonna have misfires after the job, and you're gonna be blaming yourself for nothing. Once it's clean and dry, drop it back in 2 T30 screws. Transplant the oil filler neck. This oil filler neck, then twist lock it into the new cover until the clip catches. Make sure it's fully seated. If this leaks, it's going to drip right down the front of the engine brother. Little trick right here. Put a small amount of clean engine oil on that seal before you install it. It helps it slide in smooth without tearing or rolling the seal. You hear that? That's heaven right there. That click means it's fully seated, it's locked, it's not going anywhere. If you didn't hear the click, it's not in. Try again. A tool's out of the engine bay. And I'm not saying this because I'm a good person. I'm saying this because I already learned that lesson the hard way, and I'm not going to tell you how. Quick check. Paper over the vent hole on this cap. Paper falls right off. No suction, no hissing, nothing. That's exactly what you want. The diaphragm is sealed. It's not pulling in unmetered air anymore. On the bad one, you'd hear hissing right here and the paper would get sucked toward it. That's your sign it's failed. New one. Silence. Job's done.